Welcome back to Valley Views. On today's episode, we will be exploring the STEM program.
Hi, my name is Mr. Carlucci. I'm the STEM supervisor here at Passaic Valley Regional High School.
All right, I'm Randall Sanders. I teach environmental science and STEM explorations at Passaic Valley High School.
My name is Thomas Capalbo. I am an assistant teacher for the STEM Explorations class.
Okay, so STEM is a pretty broad term and encompasses it technically encompasses science, technology, engineering, and math is what STEM stands for. The class that we're offering is basically an introductory class to different pathways we have at Passaic Valley. So we have computer programming pathways, we have engineering pathways, plus our standard science and math classes that are encompassed within that. So essentially, it's more of a hands-on engineering way of thinking to basically new fields that are being introduced to the world, essentially. And basically what we're almost training kids now for jobs that really don't even exist yet. You know, we're kind of trying to prepare kids, giving them a process of thinking, you know, to prepare them for what could potentially be coming in the future.
Hey guys, we're going to explore STEM Explorations 101 down the hall. Let's go. So when did they start using these programs associated with the 3D printers?
So they just started this week. It's a slow process of introducing them to the basic skills of how to design something virtually so they can create a 3D file so we can ultimately convert that into something that can be 3D printed down the road.
Yeah, that's cool. So are they going to be working on these for a while? Like, how long is the process? What's involved?
Honestly, I don't really know how long the process is going to take. This is the first time I've taught this, so
nice.
it's kind of a learning curve for me as well. I'm hoping over the next week and a half, they'll be able to get through all the basic skills so they'd be able to move on to some more complex projects so that we can actually start with the 3D printing and showing them how to convert files into 3D printing files and how to modify things.
STEM is relatively new as far as science, technology, engineering, and math. And it's really just changing pretty much the whole way that we've been teaching. With the world is completely changing, obviously everything with technology, and every few months something becomes obsolete and something new comes up. So it's really preparing students now for jobs. Matter of fact, I went to a workshop the other day. The guy said we're preparing kids now for jobs that don't even exist yet in the next couple of years. We don't even know what these jobs would be. So it's really just the main thing is bottom line is getting kids to think, not just memorize things. To be creative, to solve solutions, solve problems in different manners. Be creative, as I said. Like I said, getting away from the old, just textbook thing, just kind of memorize stuff, write it down or whatever. Now it's, a lot more problem-based learning. Like I said, just to try and prepare for the future. Everything is pretty much going to be robotics and, autonomous and everything. So we got to figure out how to, keep up with the times. Well, as I said, the big thing now is the shift towards really having kids think rather than just memorize and regurgitate stuff. So it's a big shift for especially people that have been in education for a long time, been doing things one way. We have the next generation science standards, which every science supervisor and science teacher I've talked to throughout the state, they're all struggling trying to grasp it, get their head around it, because it's a whole new way of thinking. It's not just here's some definitions and okay, here's a worksheet. What do the definitions mean? Now it's okay. There's pollution in the river caused by this factory, and we need to figure this out, and how we're going to stop it, how we're going to purify the water, how we're going to solve all of these different problems. As I said, and to me as a student, if I was a student, to me it's a lot more interesting because it's all applications. Trying to think, create, do things. Especially like in our STEM explorations class. Matter of fact, right now they're downstairs doing a robot challenge. But again, all the different things, putting all the circuits together and trying to maximize production and everything.
The idea behind this class is to give students an introduction to different STEM pathways that we offer in the school. So we have CAD, which is computer-aided design, so they work with a teacher who has a background in engineering, so they do a lot of online program-based design of various different projects. They could be things like they helped in the courtyard, they helped design the courtyard layout using the CAD program, so we're going to have a series of CAD classes We have a series of computer programming classes starting from beginner all the way up, through, AP computer programming. We have a series of robotics courses, as well as, our standard STEM pathways, which are, the general sciences and math classes that we offer.
I like how we can create our own things. So currently we're working on a website called Tinkercad. So in that we can create our own 3D printing designs. And he also has a lot of 3D printers in his room, so we can print those. So I like how we ourselves can design things in STEM.
My favorite part about the class is just being introduced to a lot of new technologies. It's not necessarily a new topic to me, so it's honestly just been a great learning experience for myself as well as my students.
I like Mr. Sanders because he really connects to the students. He keeps up with the trends, and he's overall just a very funny person. Also, he's good at teaching us, and he uses interactive material to help us learn.
Well, I hope to go to college for engineering, electrical engineering, and I thought that if I took this class, it would help motivate me into all of my projects. I do research for my own projects, not only for their projects, but this is my time to work and time to put my skills to the test. Mr. Sanders is a great guy. He's very smart, very knowledgeable, and he helps me if I have a problem, and I help him if he has a problem, and we just work together. We're a great team. He's really good to work with.
Thanks for watching this episode. And remember, you can always get the news from Valley Views. See you next time.